Hi everyone. I'm going to go ahead and get started. We waited a while for people to join. If you see me just looking away from the camera, it's just because I am also putting this content on Instagram and Facebook Live. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. Hi everyone on Instagram. Hi everyone on Facebook. I've decided to basically come on social and share the content for the December masterclass. I think it's really important that everyone gets this content, no matter where they are with their business, no matter if they signed up for the masterclass or not. And for those who did, don't worry, like I will send you the replay. So you will get the recording and also the deck. If you want that, you can still sign up on my website and I will send it to all new subscribers. So maximizing the holiday e-commerce sales. This is mostly for you guys who have shops, who have Shopify, who have Etsy, who use many of the countless e-commerce platforms. And specifically for you guys who are vendors who are just starting out, you're attending a lot of holiday markets, and you just feel like while you're at these markets, you want more bang for your buck, or you want something running on the back end for you that's automated and bringing in money while you're hustling in person. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started here. So what you'll get out of what I'm presenting for this masterclass content is essentially growing your email list, quick win campaigns. These are campaigns that are really easy, that are kind of like a must-have that you should be turning on. All your questions answered around abandoned cart emails, email segmentation specific to you guys who are in e-commerce and are also shop owners, because it's a little bit different than if you're selling services or coaching or anything on that. Holiday marketing promotions, the dollar versus a percentage discount, I cover this. So if you're wondering, should I do like $5 off, $10 off, or 10% off, or 15% off, I cover all of that. When you should be sending emails, the holidays are a really busy time of year. It's super stiff with competition. And so you need to keep in mind when you can best send your email to cut through all that noise, and when people are also going to be checking as well. And then 6 marketing and automation flows you can put into place before the holidays. I really wish you guys could see these screens, so, but I will try and capture visually what I'm presenting through the art of verbal communication. So by the end of this, I want you to feel comfortable at least getting started on email marketing or setting up your first automated workflow. And I do have a few offers if you want someone like me to come in and be an expert and do that for you. So to get started, first is growing your email list. This is something I'm also working on myself. So all these things that I cover, all these strategies, are things I have done myself. So I'm very much a practice what you preach kind of gal. So a few things you can do to get started. You can add a button on your Facebook page that says sign up. So if you go to my Facebook page, that little blue button where you have the option to say like send a message or whatever, always pick sign up. This is going to be how you get people onto your email list. I send people to a paper form, which is a beautifully like customized opt-in page that I made for people who are signing up. So just sending them to my website or send me a message, right? You want to capture emails there. You can also add a dedicated sign up link to your Instagram bio, your Twitter bio, your LinkedIn bio. So think of everywhere you are socially. Hey guys, thanks for joining in and watching. Anywhere you are socially, you want a sign up button or a link that is directing people to sign up to a custom page that you've created. Creating an online pop-up. I know these seem annoying to people, and they are annoying to even, in fact, me, but you can actually set the timing and the frequency of these so they're not annoying and they're not intrusive. You can check out mine for a bit more like fun copy to make it engaging. A dedicated sign up link to your email signature. So if you use your personal email a lot and you want to start like driving traffic from that, you can always add a sign up to your email signature. Hi everyone for joining. Thank you for watching. Once again, this is my December masterclass on maximizing your holiday sales. I'm putting this content live on social, which I don't normally do, but I feel that the holidays is a really big opportunity for you e-commerce people, you shop owners, to really maximize your sales through the power of email marketing. So that is what I'm talking about. And then another way to grow your list, these are all strategies to grow your list, is to leverage your LinkedIn connections. You can actually export these into a CSV file and do a cold sales email to a preferred opt-in. So that's just another tip. Promotion pop-ups, announcement bars, all your stores that you use, like Shopify, Klaviyo, even for an email provider, they have these built in, and you should be setting them up and taking advantage of them. Next, I show a picture of my pop-up, but once again, just go to my website, you can check it out. Make sure that you're using clever copy, not just a sign up for my newsletter kind of thing. And if you are going to do that, get a little creative. Ask for a preferred or favorite email address, not just like email, right? Because people put in all kinds of fake emails to avoid getting your emails. So, and then A/B test, instead of doing a subscribe, A/B test like join now or join my community, make it a little different than what we normally see out there. There are some great opt-in examples out there, guys. So if you are like struggling graphically, copy-wise, just Google like opt-ins for e-commerce and you'll get tons of blogs with tons of examples. And once again, for opt-ins, meaning the pop-ups for people to enter their email address and first name or whatever to subscribe to your list, you can build these in Squarespace. You can build these sometimes, I think, in Shopify and Klaviyo. And if not, there's a tool called Opt-in Monster, which you can use as well. Hi, everyone, for joining late. For those of you joining late, I'm talking about holiday marketing for maximizing your sales. And we're talking about email specifically. So growing your sales from your shops this holiday before it's too late. So I was recently talking about growing your email list. You're going to be using opt-ins for that. Driving traffic is a huge part of growing your email list. You kind of have to have the chicken before the egg here. So make sure you're taking advantage of SEO. For those of my vendors who are jewelry vendors, and I know a lot of you are out there, you should check out Isabel Gray's Jewelry. She has great marketing strategy in place. She has a promotion bar. She has an opt-in. She has a push notification. She brings in a lot of personalization. So be sure to check her out. Again, I really wish I had the visual here. If you signed up for your masterclass, you'll get the recording and you'll get the deck, and I'll send that to you. If you still want it, it's not too late. You can sign up on my website, MadelineOliver.com. Just go to masterclasses in the navigation and sign up at the bottom. I have a complete 30-day roadmap of how to get you growing your list in this deck. So I'm going to skip over that. Campaigns for easy wins. These are campaigns that you should have set up and are really easy. They can be single emails that are going out to all your customers. Okay, so think about this. This is really, really important. You know, if you're wondering what kind of email content to put out there, this list is a gold mine for you guys who are like, oh, I don't know where to get started with email marketing, but I have an Etsy shop and I have Pinterest and I have all these social channels and I'm posting on Instagram and I'm going to holiday markets. I literally know this life. I live it as well. I hand make jewelry. I have a shop. I'm an artist. I go to all the holiday markets. So I feel your pain. So actually more than 5 quick win campaigns that you should set up. A new stock notice or new arrival type of email. A frequently bought digest, okay? You can gather all the items that are frequently bought by your customers and put them in like a nice little digest. A review request. This is where you're requesting reviews from your customers, right? So you can build that up as well. A birthday discount email. This is fairly common. Again, these are not really brain marketing science novel, but when we get in the mode of being an entrepreneur, a business owner, we get bogged down with so much. And then like all of a sudden, like knowledge leaves our brain and we're like, what do we do? So this is meant to be like a quick, like implement guide to getting you started if you haven't already gotten these things. You can do a re-engagement email. You can do a testimonial email. You can do a survey email. All these great things are just like quick checklist type of email campaigns that you should have running all the time to the appropriate segments, of course. Cart abandonment automations. This is my favorite one for e-commerce people and people who have shops and they haven't set this up. For your information, Shopify, Klaviyo, they all have these automations just out of the box for free. So if you're on a free subscription and you want to get this set up, it is available. It's not like you have to upgrade to get this automation. So top reasons people abandon their carts. Again, not surprising, but this is just so you have this knowledge so that when you go to work, you're like, oh yeah, Madeline talked about that. I should remember that. People who get presented with unexpected costs. 56% of customers abandon cart for high costs or unexpected costs. 37% abandon when they're just typically browsing. They're not really shopping, so that's why they abandon. They found a better price elsewhere. The overall price is too expensive versus an unexpected cost. They decide against buying. They're just not really interested and they just chose not to. Or something was too complicated. There was a technical problem or something like that. These are some of the top reasons customers abandon their carts. Why do you need to know this? This information is very pertinent to creating your abandoned cart campaign, which I'm going to talk about. So what does this mean in terms of money on the table? So if you had, let's say, and again, I know for you data people, this might seem a little overwhelming, but just keep an open mind and bear with me. If you have 84,000 sessions, and again, I'm kind of throwing high numbers out there for like, imagine when you get there, or you're a big shop, okay? For all you little guys, you can still track these numbers in Google Analytics or your platforms. They have these reports. Let's say you have a whole bunch of sessions, like 84,000. That's the stat screenshot that I have right here. And again, you can get the deck if you sign up on my website in Masterclasses. Scroll down to the bottom. I will send it out to all those who subscribe. You have 84,000 sessions. Out of those 84,000, imagine 83,000 people abandon their shopping page. That's a huge amount of people, right? Out of all your sessions, only 1,000 maybe proceeded all the way through to buying. And then of that 83,000 who abandoned, let's say only a small percent actually are recoverable, meaning like you have the browser, you have all the data on them, and you could possibly recover them. So let's say just a small percent. And you can calculate that using your data reports in terms of dollars. This screenshot that I have shows that just even 8% of that 83,000 people who abandoned the cart translates into $83,000, meaning you could possibly be losing $83,000 on the table, not setting an abandoned cart. Now, bring that down to small business, y'all who are just starting out, right? I totally get this. You have 100 sessions. Let's say 95 people abandon your cart page, right? That's 5 people who only maybe continue through purchase, 5 people. Possibly out of those, 1 sale. Out of the 95 people who abandoned, let's say that's like $300 left on the table. I'm just throwing numbers out there to get you to imagine the scenario here of the money that you are leaving on the table. $300 on the table and you lost that? Holy shit. You could probably use that $300 to pay for your rent, pay for anything, right? You don't want to lose that money. So this is why an abandoned cart workflow is so helpful and so important. You're literally recovering lost revenue, okay? So once again, These campaigns are available in Klaviyo, in Shopify, out of the box at the free level. The first step is always to grab your URLs of your cart page and your checkout page to define the people in that segment, okay? And again, I have visuals for all of this, so if you sign up on my page, you'll get the deck. Best practices for abandoned cart campaigns. Let's imagine you grab your segment, you set it up, right? How does this all work together? A lot of people know they should be doing abandoned cart emails, but then they kind of just like leave it, like most of us, right? You should be sending the first abandoned cart email. If you're doing a series, it could just be standalone email as well, within the first 30 minutes after the cart has been abandoned. This is because it's on top of mind, and usually the number one reason is a technical problem, and so you're going to be coming from the approach of a customer service email, not a sales email. You want to take this opportunity to make it a very memorable customer sales moment. So, hey, like, heads up, we've noticed that you had this item in your box. Do you still need more time to shop, right? Like, it's a very, very like hand-holding kind of like friendly customer service approach that you're going to be taking with this email. Not like, hurry, expire your cart, you have an item in your cart, right? That's a little, I wouldn't recommend that until like maybe like email 3 in your abandoned cart sequence. For those of you who just joined, if you're a little lost, I'm covering holiday marketing email strategies and how to maximize your holiday sales. And for those of you who joined on the actual webinar masterclass and have the deck following along, for those of you who want the deck and want the replay of this, just sign up on my website, masterclasses.madelineoliver.com, and I will send it to you. We are talking about abandoned cart email campaigns because this is a very important automation workflow that you should set up if you're in e-commerce, if you are a shop owner, if you're selling any handmade or wholesale product, right? And I have a lot of great examples that cover abandoned cart campaigns. And I'm talking about best practices. So when you're coming from the approach of more of this customer service rather than the sales email, how can I help you kind of thing, this is what you want to talk about in your subject line. So great subject lines are, what was the problem? How can I help? Was there a problem, right? And send always from a real person's name. You want to use discounts and offers wisely. So you don't want to train your customers to abandon their transactions simply to receive the discount, right? You want to mitigate this. So you can use like a frequency timing rule, and also discount codes can sometimes be leaked out to a public domain, meaning people can just search your store and coupon code and it will pop up. So the best thing to do is to really create a unique code for each customer. And again, I cover how to do this in the deck. So if you're interested in it, please go ahead, go to my website, madelineoliver.com, go to Masterclasses, and you can sign up and I will send the recording and this deck to all those who sign up. So in talking about abandoned cart automated campaigns, continuing with best practices, you want to be careful with those discount codes you offer to people who have abandoned their cart and they're now coming to continue shopping with you. Okay, I offer an example of what that looks like. Some other best practices, always offer free shipping or free shipping threshold. If this isn't economic for you and your business, you can always offer it when they spend X amount. So if they spend over $50, they get free shipping, something like that. Remember that the biggest cause of abandonment cart, or cart abandonment, I should say, is unexpected costs. That doesn't necessarily mean it was too high, it was just unexpected. So you don't want shipping, something like now they have to pay for shipping to deter your next high value customer. So that's why you always want to offer free shipping with abandoned cart. You want to use humor to make your customers smile. You can, at this point, it's appropriate. You can add gifts in your emails. You don't want to distract from the call to action, so please have a single call to action to finish their purchase, right? Personalize as much as you can. Use first name. Go beyond that if you can. Give your pre-headers careful consideration. Again, we're talking about email marketing strategies. So if you're a little lost of why we're focusing on email, this is why. Assume your customers will be opening this abandoned cart email on their phone. So try and make it mobile friendly. And then you can always continue your series, meaning you can have a whole abandonment cart email series with email 1, 2, and 3. And 2 and 3 can be focused on repeat purchase or a wish list follow-up. Again, I have great examples of all these in my deck, which you can get on my website. Email segmentation, specific to you e-commerce and shop owners, okay? I know if you are a coach or if you're in the service industry, your segments are going to look a little bit different than this. And again, we're talking about segmentation because this is key for email marketing when you're trying to maximize your sales this holiday. Or even if you want to set it on evergreen, you can do that as well. So some segments you should keep in mind. First time versus repeat visitors. I cover how to do this in my deck and how to do it in Shopify, where you can find those reports. Shoppers who have not completed an order or bought from you in the last 30 days, okay? This can be like a recently purchased segment that you can create. I cover how to do that in the deck. Top purchasers. So these are going to be your brand fans, your VIPs. Another group, I'm just clicking on my deck here. Source type. So this is basically using Google Analytics. Google Analytics integrates with Shopify, just so you know. Usually any marketing performance reports has source type. If you're not sure, you can always message me. I know all the e-commerce platforms. I work in them daily. I used to work in the e-commerce industry a couple years ago. So I know all about these things. And then device type. You want to know people are opening your emails on desktop or mobile or tablet, and this will help you if you have a segment based off of these different devices. Personalization. So this is where you can use data like gender, income, style, anything that you've essentially gathered on your customers. You want to think of segments as groups of people from your giant list that you are breaking out that you can better target and use for your emails. That way you can set up all those campaigns, you can set up all those sequences and not have to worry about over emailing people. People who are worried about over emailing, what you are doing is you're just emailing your entire list and blasting them once a month, maybe with a newsletter, and that's doing you no good. You're leaving money on the table, you're creating an awful experience for your customers, and you're really just doing yourself a disservice. So I know email marketing can be intimidating for people and they may not be interested in it, which is why you always hire an expert or a coach or consultant like myself. And again, for those of you who are just joining, I'm covering holiday email marketing, maximizing your sales. If you have a shop, if you are an e-commerce owner, whether it's an in-person shop or an online shop through Shopify, Etsy, anything. If you hand make items and you go to holiday markets, but you don't have anything set up online for your email marketing just yet, this is the Facebook and Instagram Live for you, and also the free masterclass that I am hosting right now, this moment. If you want the deck and you want this recording, just please go on my website, madelineoliver.com, go to masterclasses and sign up. Okay, big one that you e-commerce people can do, and I'm kind of envious from the B2B market that you guys get to do this. Dollars off versus percentage discounts. Discounts is huge for you guys, right? This is how you get more sales. This is how you get more customers. But do you do dollars off or percentage off, right? The competition is really stiff, and I have a screenshot of like literally so many emails that I get. 20% off, flash sale, 50% off, up to 50% off. Like if you just look at this screenshot of my inbox, there's like over 50,000 emails, right? Just from like e-commerce brands that are retail, right? So you're competing with all of these guys, right? During the holidays, it's even more intense. So and just looking at the holiday season overall, I think it's important to look at data here. I'm a huge data nerd. I love numbers. I'm super artsy fartsy and creative, but I don't like to really go off the deep end creatively unless I have numbers that are backing me up, right? Because then that just informs my decisions and makes me feel more confident. And I know I'm going to get usually a return on anything I do creative wise because I have the data to back it up. So when you're thinking of dollars versus percentage discounts, and for those of you who are not e-commerce, if you're a photographer, if you are a yoga teacher and you work at a yoga studio and you want to help get more people to come to your yoga class, if you want to book more photo shoots, I mean, really some of these things apply not just to e-commerce people, but anyone who has a business, anyone who is an entrepreneur and you're selling a product. At the end of the day, you need to be considering email marketing. And I am covering just a few strategies that help with the holiday season to maximize sales, okay? So if you're thinking of dollars versus percentage discounts and you've been with me this whole journey, thank you for staying on, first of all, because I know it's a lot of information. And if you're just joining, you'll catch on. So in looking at data, it's really interesting because during the holiday season, guess what? Dollars off promotions, meaning if you send an email with $10 off or $50 off or whatever, they actually get a higher open rate and more revenue per recipient than a percentage off. So if you did 15% off, if you're used to offering these kind of discounts, you may want to consider a dollar discount. And you want to think of your performance when you're measuring these. If you're A/B testing, you always want to think of the more people open your email, the more you have potential clicks to your website to convert. And you want to think that these opens that will translate to clicks will translate to potentially revenue, right? That's how you kind of want to think of this whole thing. So when I was looking at the data for the holiday season, it was really interesting. I'm so used to seeing percentage discounts, but the dollars saw more opens than the percentage discounts. And then if I looked at the average revenue per recipient, so meaning, you know, the revenue, the sale that's attributed to these emails, pennies go a long way when you're small. The dollar saw a 0.02 difference compared to a discount. Now I know that seems really small, 2 cents per person, like more than like if I just done 15% off. But when you are a small business, those pennies go a long way. So if you were sending to 48,000 people and your dollar discount saw 14% higher open rate than your percentage, that could potentially mean like 23 cents more than a percentage email. And that could translate into like an overall, if you think of your aggregate revenue, that could mean in the hundreds or the thousands more dollars using a dollar discount than a percentage discount. That's how I want you to think of these things. Like the little tweaks, the little things make a huge difference for your emails. Thanks for everyone who are joining on live. Last minute, if you don't know what I'm talking about how to maximize your holiday sales with email marketing. I am an email marketing expert and guru and consultant, and I work with entrepreneurs, small business owners, all the handmakers and crafters and artists who are at holiday markets this year. I know that vending life. If that is you, I help you with your email marketing. And I really love to do it. I've been working in the corporate world for years now, and I'm taking my fountain of knowledge and I'm just pouring it here for you all, because I really believe in empowering business owners. I think it gives them a freedom that is just super, super empowering, not only just flexibility, but money for their families. And that goes a long way. And I'm really passionate about helping people live their best lives at the end of the day. And if that means improving your business, then we need to talk about your email marketing strategy. So continuing this theme of dollar off versus percentage off discounts, if you're jewelry, if you sell handmade jewelry like I do, you want to use dollar discounts versus percentage discounts. They see a higher open rate and more revenue. If you're in health and fitness, you actually want to use percentage versus dollar off. The data shows that while you may get higher opens with dollars, you actually get more revenue using like 15% off versus $15 off. Does that make sense? When I'm talking about dollars off, I'm literally saying if you're offering $10, $12, whatever value of dollars off on your, as a discount off of your product versus a percentage discount off of your product. So if you're a yoga instructor and you guys offer weekly like 15% off for a monthly membership for signing up this holiday, right? That is perfect. That aligns with what the data shows. Health and fitness should be using percentage discount. If you're a photographer, if you hand make jewelry, if you make, you know, embroidered dream catchers, Leia, I'm looking at you, then you want to be using dollars off, because that is what the data shows supports your industry with more revenue and more opens. Beauty, cosmetics, you want to use dollar off. So for No More Nature, if you're on here, if you're watching, you want to use actually dollars off instead of percentage discounts. Now, there's a timing to all of this. So when you're thinking about Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, all of these holidays that pass us by, and some of us are like loving it, we're shopping like crazy. Others, they're like, oh my God, I can't spend, I need to save, right? If you are thinking about those holidays, quick couple of tidbits here. $1 off will do better for Black Friday and Thanksgiving. For Cyber Monday, you want to use percentage off. But for smaller audiences, just always use dollar off. Dollar off works for larger audiences. Percentage off for smaller audiences only, sorry. Always just A/B test which of these promotions, these discount types, work best for your audience. I don't want you to take what I say at face value. I am looking at data and I am supported by data, but ultimately you know your business best. You know your audience best. So you need to do what works for them. So again, I covered the specific industries, which e-commerce discount works for which industry this time of holiday. I am going to go ahead and move on because this is a masterclass. We cover a lot of different topics in a short amount of time. And if you want more information, then you can work with me and always, you know, follow my journey here on social media and sign up for my emails, right? So when should you be sending discount emails, right? You're an e-commerce business owner and you want to know, well, when do I send these emails? Because holiday season is busy, it's competitive, right? So keep in mind that each year, when it comes to the holiday season, consumers are actually actively looking, they're actively shopping. They want to spend their hard-earned dollars. So if you're worried about over-sending or over-email this time of year, this is the one like unique sales opportunity that you don't have to worry about it. In fact, customers expect it. So if you're not, you know, you're kind of behind the game here. The competition is stiff. So just to give you an idea of the number of brands that send just discount, not like other types of emails that you get in your inbox that you're like, oh, sheesh, not this again. Just discount, okay? Beginning of November, 590 emails go out per day on average. November 19th, leading up to Thanksgiving, 1,289 emails per day on average. Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday, we all know this is a really big time of year, right? 3,684 emails, just discount emails per day to your inbox, okay? Black Friday specifically, we shouldn't be surprised by this, more than 5,000 emails. You're competing with more than 5,000 emails from just discount campaigns, not to mention other campaigns from other brands on that day. Tuesday after Cyber Monday, about 2,182 emails that were sent. So those of you who are just joining live, I am talking about email marketing strategies to help maximize your holiday sales. If you're an e-commerce owner, if you're an Etsy shop owner, if you're a vendor, if you're a photographer, even if you work in any kind of capacity where you sell a product and you're a business owner, this is a great live and masterclass to tune into because I get you prepared for the holiday season, what you should be thinking about and what you should be implementing. Again, I can't talk right now. I show some great graphics on this deck that I have that I'm presenting to my subscribers, but for also you guys on social media, if you want this deck and you want to look at everything that I'm talking about visually or just catch what you missed, just go ahead and go to MadelineOliver.com, go to my masterclass, sign up, and you can get the deck. So best times to send for e-commerce holiday discount email campaigns. The week leading up to Christmas is the best week to send, okay? This is 6% higher than average open rate. This is when you're gonna get that, okay? So that's gonna be like December 15th through December 21st, that week before Christmas. But and we're over Thanksgiving, so I'm not gonna talk about that. We are going up to Christmas. We are using these last 3 weeks to maximize your sales if you're an e-commerce owner or own a product and are a business owner. So open rates quickly decline after Christmas. This is no surprise. People stop opening emails like after the holidays. And so we see about a 42% drop in email opens. So this is why it's really critical to get your email campaigns out the week before Christmas. No surprise, people are with their family celebrating the holidays. They're busy. They don't want to be on their phone opening up emails, which is why you need to think as a business owner when you're going to be sending those emails to actually get eyeballs on it. We actually see fewer emails open also on Christmas Day. So Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, don't go. They're no-goes. Don't send. You're going to see drop dead open rates. It's going to be crickets, okay? The week before Christmas. Then you want to send 4 days after New Year's, okay? This is because people get back from work, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day has passed, they're slowly checking their email. For all those people who are bored and they want to do more shopping, maybe they got Christmas money and they're like ready to blow it, right? This is where you start to see a spike in the e-commerce industry and sales pick back up. So you want to start sending your emails, I recommend 4 days after New Year's. So you have a whole week before Christmas and 4 days after New Year's to really capitalize on this time to maximize your sales as an e-commerce business owner or a shop owner, right? Even for those who are photographers or etc. If you sell a product or service, this is a great thing to keep in mind as well. Lots of discounts I see with coaches, with people who provide services around this time, right? You want to consider when you're going to offer those discounts, those one-time promotions that you're offering to get new clients. This is the time to send, the week before Christmas and after New Year's, okay? So we're getting into the end of my presentation here, and I'm going to talk about 6 marketing automation workflows that you actually really need for the holiday. And I'm just going to list them off. We're not going to go into them because if you want more information on that, feel free to send me a DM message. That's the capacity in which I specialize in setting that up for you guys as business owners and consulting you. So if you're interested in kind of passing this off to an expert and hiring them to do all this for you, send me a message. If you're not quite there yet and you want to learn how to set this stuff up on your own, continue to tune into these masterclasses that I offer and other free live events that I offer so you can get this information and do it yourself. So 6 automated workflows that you need to get implemented before that 1 week before Christmas rolls around. You really want to capitalize on this. A welcome series. You want to welcome people into your community, welcome people to your brand, right? Welcome them to your shop. If you're not doing this, you really are missing out on one of the top performing automation workflows or email marketing campaigns for your business. A re-engagement series. Those are all those people who you feel are dead on your list and they haven't talked to you in a while, or you haven't sent anything to them in a while. You need to re-engage these folks. This is the time to do it. People are looking to shop. People are looking to get products and support small businesses, right? You can send an email, say, hey, we've missed you. I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, you can really Google this stuff and get a lot more information specifically for these workflows. But these are the six that I find the most potent. An abandoned cart series, which we talked about earlier, a repeat purchase series. So if you're subscription based, if you have an upcoming product that you're launching, you can even slip this in there. For anyone who's bought from you in the past, you want to get this workflow set up for them. You want to encourage them to repeat, to continue to buy. How many of us love going to Target, right? Like I'll drop $100 on there. Went there last night, spent like $100, but it was totally worth it, right? That's how we all feel about Target. I am a repeat Target buyer. Do you think Target has incentivized me to come back? You bet your butt. 5% off with the Target Red Card, the Cartwheel app, the Target app. They have done everything and put technology and marketing in place to get me to come back. That is what you want to be doing to develop fans, people who just love your product, love your business, rave about you, will continue to buy from you. Like these earrings. I don't know if Small Talk is on, but I love her jewelry. I literally went to a market just to seek her out, just to buy more and like see her in person because I love her stuff. I am a fan. I am a repeat buyer. If she had a repeat purchase series sending to me like all the latest like arrivals or based off of past earrings I bought, things I might like for the future, oh my God, you would be making so much money from me. I literally would be shopping all day. A feedback workflow. You always want to be collecting feedback from your audience, from your buyers, your customers. You can use this information and put it on your social media channels, and people love buying off of reviews. I buy off of reviews. I read them continuously. I trust them. So your customers want to read reviews about you and feel the same and feel like they can trust you when they make a purchase. So you always want to be collecting those. An upsell workflow. This is a workflow where, let's say someone bought a low item price and you want to potentially upsell them to a higher price item. Or it could be a cross sell where they bought one object, let's say a photo shoot, and this is for my boyfriend who's watching. If they bought a photo shoot from you and did not buy the painting package, sell them the painting package. It's a cross sale, meaning the offerings, the products are related. They're not the same, they're not too similar, but they're related and they go together. They're kind of like complementing each other, right? So if this at all was of interest to you and you want to work together more and this was really, really helpful and you don't want to have to do this yourself, I am offering a holiday special for the setup of 3 automation workflows in your Shopify, in your Klaviyo, in your MailChimp. It's a holiday discount package for just 3 automations, no more. And it's $5.98 or 2 monthly payments of $2.99. If you want to work more one-on-one, I offer that as well. You can message me. We'll get like a strategy call on the books. I do have an Art of Email Marketing Accelerator course that is coming up in January. So if you really want to kind of like take your business to a new level and you imagine like a new you, a new form of your business, and you feel really empowered and motivated and you're like, let's do this thing. This is a more DIY approach with also other members. So it's a group program as well. I do, for all you Austin folks who live here, have a live workshop going on December 12th. Okay, that's next Thursday. And that is going to be from 6:30 to 7:30, and it's at Meld. It's a co-working space, and I have 7 spots registered. It's free, by the way. It doesn't cost anything. I would love to see more of you there. And I talk about the one email. This is the #1 email marketing workflow that you actually really, really need to start generating revenue right away. So that concludes our masterclass. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm also going to pause the recording. And thank you guys who joined here on the masterclass. I will send this recording and deck to you for those who subscribed, and you'll get the replay shortly. Thanks again for joining.